over 180 countries around the world.
Getting down and dirty with everything crypto.
Everything crypto. And bringing your daily fix of Web3 analysis and news.
Brought to you by the Crypto Magazine and your hosts,
Jay Chains and Mr. Dude. Buckle up, settle down,
and let's grow.
Boom. Man, I tell you what, that intro never gets old. I love it. Even though it's not Monday, I love playing it. I hope you guys are doing great. What is going on? Welcome to Web3 Breakfast. It's Tuesday, September 24th. Pumptober, Uptober, getting closer by the day. I don't trust this pump. I don't know what you guys think, but we'll talk about that maybe later, maybe not. We got a packed show talking about some NFTs today. Super excited to be here with you guys. We got to do some, bring some people up here. We got to shift the speaker panel because we've got a absolutely fun show. Going to be talking to, let's see, we got Backbones. I think we've got, Carrie, you got to get up here too. This is NFTuesday, baby. We're going to have a great show. Yeah, there we go. Got the standing O. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you smash the like, hit the heart if you're watching on X, because that is the number one way to help this show grow, get some more people in here. Plus, not only that, we're scheduled to give away $200 in Gotti. I will get the post pinned to the nest momentarily here. But what we want to do is try to get 1,000 people here because we're going to be giving away $200 regardless of what happens. $200 in Gotti. But if we get 1,000 people in the space today, we're going to up that and double it. All right, double it. And that means we also double the burn. It's going to be wild. It's a Gotti inferno today if we do this. And I think we got the potential to make it happen. We got about 130 people in here now. So if everybody retweets it out, tags some friends, I think we got the potential for that to happen. So I will get that thing posted up into the onto the breakfast table right now. Yo.
And we get to leave everybody with a burning sensation. I mean, it's a gift that keeps on giving.
This is a good one. Typically,
Gotti, it only burns when you buy.
What other type of birds are you guys referring to here?
Hey, it only burns when you buy. Okay, I like that. That's a great slogan. It only burns when you buy.
You buy the wrong type of condom.
Ouch. Yo.
Oh.
Ow.
We were just talking about crypto.
We were talking about
I was waiting for y'all to bring me up. I was just waiting for y'all to bring me up, yo. Could you do me a solid and bring up? Yo, what? Did you do me a solid to bring up Galactic Syndicate? The Hashi from Galactic Syndicate's down there. It's making me sad.
Usually just wait, but they don't request. If you're here as a guest, always request.
Oh, I like that.
Ooh. Look at Mr. Dude. Mr. Dude, you're on a roll today. I love this, man. You got the sound bites coming.
He's got the rhymes today. It's all he got inspired by all that Puff Daddy music.
Yeah. He's got bars all day.
I love it, man. Hey, you got to come prepared.
What you know what's kind of weird / like crazy is like I don't know how to feel. It's like we grew up on Diddy music, like all of us in our generation. It's like, but like, is it still cool to sing his songs? Like,
no, dude, I feel dirty.
Like, right?
I feel dirty listening to it now because all I can think about is baby oil.
Right? Or like, what's that other song that he had was really good? It's like, I'm coming home. I'm coming. Now I'm like, oh, I heard that the other day, and I was like, oh, like I really like this, but like,
at the end of the day, like it is what it is, right? Like, there are still. Listen, beside the point that, like, actually, I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to say it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was running around raves eating Pac-Man pills in the dark when you guys were growing up on P. Diddy. So like, I have no fucking horse in this race whatsoever.
What about the birthday song from R. Kelly? I mean, that's a jam, right? Can you still bump that?
That is a jam.
I mean, that is an absolute
that other one,
jam.
Like, the remix to Ignition, that was a good one too.
You listen to it, you gotta take a shower after.
Out the kitchen.
What if you just listen to it while you're in the shower?
Everyone talking.
So you can just
now that gets even creepier.
Cleanse yourself while you're listening to it. Put a smudge stick in the bathroom too. You never know.
Or you can listen to it when you're doing your duty on the toilet. There, you know, you get splashed down there.
Yeah,
you're doing a ditty.
Jesus.
The ditty or duty?
The dirty. I think he.
No, the duty howdy. Is that what we're talking about now?
Was
the dirty ditty?
Guy in a Hanky, the Christmas poo from South Park.
That was Hanky, the Christmas poo, dude.
The Christmas poo. He loves me. I love you. We won't finish the line.
So here's something that I know upsets people.
How about some NFTs?
Yeah, we definitely want some. We definitely want to talk about that, but we got to finish some chop real quick because I'm going to upset you guys. I am going to upset some people. Much like I've never seen Star Wars or like The Rings or whatever it is, like that kind of stuff, because it was not my interest. Some of your favorite cartoons on TV, like what were you just talking about, South Park? I've maybe seen maybe 20 minutes in total my entire life of South Park. It was never
Shocked silence is all that you get from that.
I
man.
figured I said I was going to make some people mad.
Face.
Smash the like if that made you mad. How about that?
You made me mad last night. I was eating my potato chips on the couch, and you shared that wonderful video of the person's skin being peeled back as the light.
Goodness gracious!
Yeah, and I was eating potato chips, my friend. That about threw up on that one. So.
And you know what's funny is my brother, and because this was a viral video that came out like a few weeks ago. Did you see that? Where like some lady like shaved off, I forget it was a lady or a man, shaved off like a big chunk of skin from their foot. The forbidden potato chip is what they called, and she like fried it up, or they fried it up and put it in a bowl of potato chips and gave to their spouse, and the person ate it like with the chips, like, ooh, the forbidden potato chip. My brother commented that on that video, and that's just, I mean, it's just right in line with what happened in your life, man. I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
That's okay. You know, you almost got an unfollow, but that was okay. I was like, well, he doesn't really mean it. He's probably drunk. He probably had too many Philly cheesesteaks that he never posted the guy's video of that about.
No, and, so I'll tell you what, like it's a posting tactic, right? Like much like the mayo and banana sandwich. Like, guys, that wasn't mine. That was just a repost, and it shows you down below. Like it's a repost.
That wasn't yours.
Yeah,
we believe you.
From, like food porn or like some other thing, and like people are like disgusted with me, and they're like, it's just a repost to get your reaction. Guess what? I got it. I got not only the impression, but I got the comment. I win. So you know, like they're
engagement farming at its finest, man. Mm-hmm. It's engagement farming at its finest. That's why I follow you, dude. That's why. Well, not why I follow you. That's why I have your noties turned on, because I know that like I'm gonna be sitting there eating chips one day and be like, oh, fuck. How did that poor motherfucker not realize it wasn't a chip? Come on, man. He was either like, this chip tastes funny, or this chip is fucking delicious. One or the other. It didn't taste like a normal chip.
It was a lady that was eating it.
It was a lady. That
oh my god.
Yeah, she was probably very trusting of her loving.
I don't see why that is.
I mean,
pertinent,
like, at that point, like
okay.
I would never let my significant other ever cook another thing for me ever again. I would just.
The telltale sign is if they have a phone or a camera in their fucking hand while they're handing you something, probably best not to fucking eat it.
That's a really good point.
Also, that person would still be your significant other. You would still remain with this human being after that.
For a prank, yeah. I mean, for a prank, absolutely. Like, listen.
Did they cut off their own foot or part of their foot and turn it into a potato chip? Is this what I'm understanding?
Yeah, like I know that my wife is never going to do that.
Gold member.
I know my wife will never actually do that, so I don't have to worry. But like, if that happened to me and we were like the pranking couple, like we're the pranking couple, sure. Like it wouldn't lead to divorce. Now, if I am like a stiff that like goes to a CPA job every single day and like I got my pocket protector, yeah, that might be enough to be like, I'm out of here, baby. But no, like if I'm a prank family, I wouldn't give a fuck about that.
What about when you're like 80 years old?
I'm not 80.
You're 80 years old. You're bored. You're sitting at home. And Whitney just tosses the toe into your chips.
My skin's already.
Are you gonna divorce her then?
No,
that's a keeper.
Definitely
Whitney would
not.
get even. She'll just hide that heart medicine that you need to take at 12:30.
Listen,
problem solved.
when I'm 80, I'm sure I'll be at the point where I'll just whatever.
Just eat the toe.
Just eat the toe.
Just take it like a man. Take it like a champ.
Oh, I love you guys. Oh, I see we got some hands.
When I was 80, that'll be the point where I just forget it.
I mean, listen, I don't want to eat a foot skin chip at all. Like that sounds disgusting to me, but it wouldn't be the end all of my relationship if it happened. There's a far worse things that could happen that would make me like actually be upset. I would be like, it'd be one of those like, oh, like that's fucking gross. And I may throw a temper tantrum for a few minutes, but then I would get over it. I get over things very fast. That's something that's one of my superpowers is that I just move on. So.
Plus, there's always revenge. Revenge feels great.
That's even better. So here's like something that like we have that Whitney and I have an arrangement that's not a foot chip, but it is. We can. Have you ever seen in the movie where someone stands up in a restaurant and splashes a glass of water in the other person's face and storms out? That's something I've always wanted to do in my life. So we have this agreement that we each get to do this one time in our life, right? No one's cashed it in yet, but that's just like that's along those lines. We're like, we've got the agreement, like no big deal. So set the agreement.
I love that you started a sentence like we have an agreement. It's not a foot chip, but
yeah. So like if you guys want to try some things, like just set the agreement so you don't get bombarded or thrown off guard too much.
That's amazing.
All right, Kid Blue, I know you had your hand up for a hot minute. What's up, fam?
Yeah, it's cool.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. I can hear that.
Yeah, I
cricket
have a
too.
question.
Okay.
Okay. Can I ask it?
Is it about the scaling and security of our projects for the community?
No, it's about Gote.
About what?
Okay. Oh, Gotti, I think.
Oh, it's about Gotti.
I think he means Gotti.
Oh, we got a Gotti question. Got you. Okay. Yeah. Go for it, fam.
How will Gote address the challenges of mainstream adoption and attract new investors to the project?
Hello?
This is a troll calling?
You got her daughter? She come to my house to kick my dog.
Can you hear me?
What the fuck is going on?
She kicked my dog.
Well, I'll let you know when we get mass stream adoption. I think that's what we're gonna
Whoa, what is that?
What is happening?
All right.
That is the sound of genius. This is art right here. Whatever's happening.
Yeah,
This is performance art. You're absolutely right.
Can't we get back to the days when they want to talk to Mr. Dude? God almighty here.
Can someone just find the commander, please, and bring him back to us? This is absolutely insane that we have not made contact.
Okay, I'm done with the soundboard. I was just playing with the soundboard.
That's fine.
Removed them.
Wait a minute. This isn't rottenswap.com. Hold on.
Don't get me wrong. I love answering questions anytime, but again, it's when I hear crickets in the background, that's a telltale sign that
When you literally hear crickets.
yeah, you maybe ask a question about mass adoption, scaling, and security, and how do you get more people in? Yeah, this.
I had high hopes for the crickets, man. I thought I didn't hear a call center in the background, so I was like, maybe this is legit. Squeak, creak, creak, creak.
Or maybe it'd be fun to see him try to scam an entire group of people. Like, guys, you all need to buy Google gift cards.
But do you know something, guys? I do like it because it brings back those good vibes when we had all those, the commander and all that. I don't know. It's very reminiscent. I like it. I get kind of bored there when nobody comes up and asks any, questions like that. Yeah.
No foot chips, no vibes.
I'm grinning from ear to ear right now. Fuck.
Oh, but back real fast before we're done with the chop shop here. When you were talking about the Pumptober type of thing, stuff, you don't trust us.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I will take anything we can get.
So
if it only lasts for the next 6 hours, I will take it.
So I do want to talk about something though, and we have to get into our NFTs, but something that I was talking with AJ yesterday, really quick about the markets, and then we'll end Chop Shop. Is if you look, I think at a longer time frame on Bitcoin, it's got this crazy history pattern where it's almost a descending flag that has these 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is since March of this year of these crazy pumps with a absolute, retracement as well. And it continues to go down, right? So it's putting lower lows and lower highs. So it's, it's kind of like a descending flag. And so we are at the top of the trend line of that. So we potential have, the next couple days and maybe a slow start to October. So be cautiously optimistic about the absolute near time frame of what can happen. Look at Bitcoin. I'm looking at it on the 1 week chart, and you will see this clear pattern of what it's done since March. And so just be cautious. Now, if it breaks out, great. But if we get rejected and it sends it down, like that's like into the, the 50s. So just be optimistic and just be cautious and watch your charts. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, is it profit taking time? I mean, Bitcoin's up 7%, Ethereum's up almost 14%.
I mean, listen,
BNB and Solana are up almost 12.
Right. I am. That's a decision that I'm going to make between the end of this show and the 4 p.m. show today, because like the 2 coins that I did buy for my portfolio have like performed extremely well, Jasmy and the Graph, and it's like I kind of feel like let's take those profits off the table and let's just regather and see what happens over the next couple weeks, and then potentially get much better entries on, not only those coins, but even the other ones that we want to fill the portfolio with. So just something to be thinking about.
Well, I do know that this is a fact. You're either going to get a better entry on those tokens, or it's going to 3x in the time after.
It's one way or the other. That's it.
That's it.
Either that or Verge is going to be number 1 in like a couple weeks, probably.
You never know.
It's all XVG. That's all it is. Bro.
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time, by the way. Wow.
Dude, I still think about that commercial of the grandpa giving his kid the Verge coin for Pornhub. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Whoa, I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah.
I'll have to look that up. Verge.
Oh,
commercial.
you need to look that up. You need to.
I will do that. All right, here we go. Up into the breakfast table, I pinned the post. It starts a little bit like NFTuesday and Web3 Breakfast. Join us at 9 a.m. Eastern for a deep dive into the Galactic Syndicate mint on Backbone Labs and the SYN token breakdown. Plus, we've got the Gotti giveaway. So you got to follow those little steps there. If you want to try to take home $100 in Gotti today, we got 2 people guaranteed. Could be 4. There's about 250 of you listening. If we get this to 1,000 people, we will up that giveaway from 2 to 4. So it is now incumbent upon yourselves to repost this space out if you want to try to win more money. Boom. Let's get into our NFTuesday conversation. I'm super excited to learn about the SYN token, what's happening with the Galactic Syndicate over on Backbone Labs, baby. What's up, gentlemen? What's up, family? I don't know actually the breakdown of genders, but hello, everyone.
Yeah, so I don't see Homestead here. Homestead was going to pop in and do a giveaway. He's the Stargaze ambassador we had on a week ago or
he's down in the listener panel. Bring him up.
Oh, is he? Awesome. Okay, so we'll have him up in a little bit. He wants to do a GA. Backbone Labs is a Cosmos marketplace and launchpad. So it's kind of like Stargaze, but like with more in the NFT fi of things, right? So this is why I'm really interested. A lot of the collections they're minting have to do with like staking your NFTs, and to me that's the next step of
what's
cool
the
real quick
what's the custodial level of the staking of NFTs?
So it depends on the NFT collection. Like on so if I'm gonna let Galactic Syndicate come in on this one. Yeah, but actually I just don't let Backbone take it. Okay, cool. They'll be able to explain it so much better to me.
Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead. What's up, fam?
Hey, good morning. Good morning. It's sorry if I sound a little tired. It's 6 in the morning in Los Angeles.
Appreciate you being here early.
And I was like, oh my God, it's 6 a.m. But it's all good. So yeah, basically what we do, and real quick, we are an NFT protocol, right? We have collections and we do have a marketplace, but it's more than that. So Backbone Labs, what we have identified in the Web3 space is that there is a glaring capital inefficiency in the NFT market space. So what do I mean by this is when, in Web3, we got DeFi and we got our NFT tribes, for lack of a better term, right? Our DeFi half, right? Our brothers in their DeFi tribe, they are printing money with strategies. Their money is making money. It is constantly going in the positive direction of asset accumulation, right? But what we noticed is that NFT enthusiasts, they hold base assets, they do not receive APY, and they speculate on art and if a community is going to keep energy up and a bunch of very hard to, unknown quantifiable metrics, right? Like, so the NFT enthusiast is just like kind of throwing spaghetti at the wall. That's how I felt when, 4 years ago when I was participating in like the sandbox and like a bunch of stuff, right? Like it was just kind of like a crapshoot. You just didn't know what's going to be a good investment. And so I kind of got tired of buying into communities that after 90 days is like pretty much a guaranteed, like they just like a slow rug. And so, our journey started in Terra with the Skeleton Punks, and we had a very successful community. And unfortunately, everyone collapsed. Fantastic. But the question was, how do we keep a community relevant after the crash occurred? Mm-hmm. And so we migrated the community, and we ended up starting an LST, a liquid staking derivative, specifically for NFT enthusiasts. So what we did is we started a token called B Luna, an auto-compounding Luna token that is managed by the Skeleton Punks. This was our first iteration of our system, this NFTfi system of a real DeFi product being managed and with a revenue sharing component for the NFT community paired with it. We are now, we have the Skeleton Punks, we have the Migaloo whales, we did the Mad Scientist on Osmosis, which is a fucking banger. We're still seeing the experiment unfold. Mm-hmm. The Galactic Syndicate with Hashimoto was our next iteration on Injective. That mint is still live right now. They're almost 50% minted out. And the interesting things about these mints, especially with the Mad Scientist and the Galactic Syndicate, is that we have a minting token with them, which is essentially we've created two markets for each project, right? So we have the NFT minted market, which is a secondary sales market, but there's also I'm going to use Lab for the Mad Scientist and Sin for the Syndicate. But so these two minting tokens are liquid, like they're super liquid, unrevealed, unminted representations of the collection. So they should always 10 of these Lab tokens or 10 of these Sin tokens should always have a higher price than the floor price of the collection, because the possibility of getting something very rare still exists in the tokens, right? And so now when we create a market, we're not just creating the illiquid NFT market, we're creating the super liquid minting token market, and we are also creating the secondary sales market. So now when we look at value metric ads and tradable markets, now your NFT collection and community is twice as powerful, essentially, right? It's twice as powerful. You can get into it easier, you can get out of it easier. There's just more to do. And so what we've done now, here's the other part of it. So we have this auto compounding token that's paired with our community. We take it a step further. So our marketplace actually finalizes all sales in auto compounding tokens. So if you are shopping on Injective, your sales will finalize and you post your sales in B Injective. This allows your sale price to always auto compound. So a lot of times people buy an NFT and it's just sitting on the market for maybe a month or two before you catch a sale. But if you place your sale for 100 whatever, say 100 Luna, 100 ETH, 100 whatever, in 2 months, if it's just a base asset, you're just going to get your price. But for on our marketplace, when you place your price and whatever the auto compounding token is, for those 2 months, that price, your asking price has been auto compounding, which becomes really interesting. So now every day that you're listing on our marketplace, your asking price is actually increasing because of your auto compounding token that you're selling in. So now we've essentially solved the problem that most NFT enthusiasts didn't even realize that they were suffering from, right? We suffer from like severe capital inefficiency in the NFT market space. It's bad. Like it's terrible. Like if you look at the numbers, most people just hold base assets and they just want to fucking speculate. And that's cool. But let's do it in a capital efficient way. Let's teach the next wave of users how to be smart with their money. And that's kind of the mission that Backbone's on. I don't know. I know it's a lot.
No, dude, that was fantastic, man. I love that. I love to hear that. There's obviously a lot of things that, a lot of moving parts within not only the NFT ecosystem, but what you guys are handling as well. Man, that seems really cool. Galactic Syndicate, also part of the show today. What's up, fam? You got anything?
What's going on, fam? How we doing?
Good, man. Chilling. You got anything you want to add on that?
Oh yeah, these guys are like these are the premier. This is the premier collection right now on that's minting out on Backbone. So like I've got snapped up like probably 4 or 5 of them myself right away. It's the same art as IBC Mafia, which is the Galactic Mining Club, which I've got a couple of those guys. So yeah, the Sin token is the lifeblood. Oh, and I just wanted to say because Backbone didn't say about the lab tokens, the supply. It's only a $10,000 supply token, so it's like, and some of it's been burned already. So
no, it's 100 out of 0. It's
100,000. Sorry, there's 10,000. Yeah, there's 10,000 NFTs and 100,000 lab tokens in total. So there can only be, but so some of the lows mad scientists will never be minted, correct? Because the lab has been burned.
Well, I mean, just the LP. So we put 2.5% of the LP supply into the LP right away. So automatically 2.5% is going to be very hard to ever mint. And then, yeah, there's a furnace and people burn lab and do all kinds of stuff with it. So the mad scientists and the Galactic Syndicate, these NFT collections will never ever sell out all the way. Like, it will be very hard. There'll come a squeeze point for sure. We're seeing it right now on lab. It's squeezing right now. And it's actually since the stream swap, and I know everyone looks at dollar prices, but lab is paired with a volatile asset. So when you're paired with a volatile asset, stop looking at dollars when you're in a project, right? Absolutely. But lab is actually up to 100% to our stream swap. It streamed at 34 Osmo, and right now for one lab, it's like 62 Osmo. So it's almost 100% up in the bear market, even though price is down because Osmo went down 3x at the same time. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
I love that, man. I love that. What do you say to the people who are still trying to say that NFTs are dead?
Well, what I would say to them is that they don't fully understand the possibility of what NFTs really what they really hold, right? So NFTs are dead. Okay, great. That just means that I mean, I hate to say it, you're probably doing it wrong, or you're just in the wrong groups, or really, because look. At the end of the day, this is what the other thing we noticed, and why we made our project surround around NFT communities instead of token communities, because NFT communities are stickier. I see NFT community goes 0, and their community is still telling you it's the best fucking thing in the world, right? So we want the fanatics. We want the next wave of the craziest users who are going to find the best deal, find the best strategy. That's why you want to be in these groups, because Web3 is a dangerous place. Let's be honest. I mean, I've been at this for a long time. I've been hacked. I'm not above it. I've got twice, right? Be careful. They got a new crazy Zoom one. If someone sends you a Zoom link and you don't know them, do not click it. Don't click it. Don't click it, right? And I mean, so if we don't have groups that are disseminating information, sharing the warnings, keeping, marking out the people, the bad actors, well, then we're going to have a shit show on our hands. But right now we have this beautiful opportunity to set the tone of the space. All the scammers are everyone is like, oh, it's dead. Watch.
You can't.
It's not.
People who own crypto are saying that NFTs are dead. Find one thing that a token can do that an NFT can't. Is my question to them, man. I mean, NFTs are tokens, bro. Yeah. We just look way better than your fucking token.
Yeah, I mean, there's data attached to it and stuff, and I think there's a lot of ways to look at that, right? And one of the things that you have to understand, right? What we saw, and this is my opinion. I think a lot of people will share this too. I don't know. I have to put money in the jar for saying that. I realize that I probably say that too often, but with the whole NFT PFP craze, right? That was our beta test. That was just to learn the system, just to figure it out. Is this even viable for something that, we can utilize not only for art, but for several applications, as we're starting to see. You got real estate, luxury items, all sorts of things that you can tokenize, you can turn into NFTs. It's very easy. And we see this entire ecosystem start to grow. And that's again why, it's perplexing to me where, we're still having this conversation about, the bull run's over. Let's look at just the RWA ecosystem over the next 5 years is supposed to go from, I think it's 2 billion right now, 2 or 5 billion, something like that. The market cap is up to 16 to 30 trillion. Guys, that's insane growth in the next 5 years. Where the fuck are we going to have time to take time off for a bear market? Like, that's not even realistic. right? So at some point there's got to be a decoupling, right? And so same thing with NFTs and all that. Like all of these things, as this ecosystem starts to grow, we'll start to figure out all the actual use cases for what NFTs and the potential and where blockchain will fit in. And I'll tell you, like NFTs maybe took a little cooling off, and everybody went back to the drawing board and said, all right, this is what we can do to be different. This is what we can change. We've got this figured out. This is how we do this, CTO, this, whatever. You know, there's a lot of things that changed in the bear market. And now it's time, as the crypto bull run happens, we start to see the rising tide float all boats symptom. And I think we'll see the NFT projects that, you know, that are worth a damn will see their rise to glory when we start to see more retail come in. Now, one flip side to that is, we have to see governmental mass adoption before we see retail mass adoption, I think. But this is happening right now.
You know what I was going to say? I just want to chime in. You know what I love about a bear market is it is a real purification process. It filters out the weak from the strong, the good from the bad. And you know, bear markets are hard to get through, but when you get through them, the projects that are still standing are the ones that you're like, that's where you're like, oh, let me find about the team behind that project, because really that's what you should be investing in. The crypto space. I know we all want the trustlessness, the how you know, nobody's touching anything, it's all automated, fantastic. But the truth is, in these groups and communities, you still need a personal touch. You still need somebody right now to guide the show. It's not there yet. Right. Really, here's the thing. Really what we're all doing here is we're fighting for decentralized networks, right? Because the governments are coming with CBDCs, and every crypto project, every NFT community, you're a Web3 company. If you don't, you got to change your mindset. You're a Web3 company at this point. If you're operating a group and you have listeners, you have some say, and it's our job and our duty to make sure that we have good decentralized networks. So hat off to the power user. If you're here at 6 a.m. like me, and you're fucking trying to get these networks off the ground, because that's what's going to become the new moving forward. Right? Moving forward, as they keep fucking being irresponsible with paper money and fiat money, and they keep trying to trick us into like putting your money into the bank while all the rich people invest in assets, and all the middle class people just keep putting their money in savings so they can keep stealing from the middle, right? We have to now come up with a new concept. What is the new value concept for the next generation? What is it going to be? It's going to be networks. It's going to be ones and zeros. And these cute JPEGs or sexy JPEGs, this is how we get them in the door, right? And this is how we start the next wave of teaching. That's why it's so important that you're doing these spaces. These spaces are where people are coming in to gobble up this information, man. Like they're hungry. Look, this is proof. Dude, you got fucking hundreds of people in an NFT space. NFTs are dead. What?
Not at all, man. Anything but. I think it's we've come to find out that, again, there are maybe ETH NFTs. That ecosystem, I think it's clear to see that the market cap is continuing to go down. So people are abandoning Ethereum as for an NFT platform. I think the writing is on the wall. Enterprise level solution. They're clearing house. Vitality, the Ethereum Foundation continues to sell. It's pissing people off. So a lot of people are abandoning ship. And I think that that's okay, right? Because you're starting to see other blockchains develop these NFT cultures and ecosystems that are a lot more stronger. They're a lot more viable, because you're not going to, dude, like what? Because like all of a sudden there's a lot of people.
I didn't know what the gold medal one would do. I thought it'd be more like a Ethereum thing.
I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna kick you off stage.
He said all day just waiting
Go ahead,
for those
Gringo.
moments. I know it.
Go ahead, Gringo.
I don't completely disagree about Ethereum NFTs. However, if you study the blue chip projects, or many of the blue chip projects on Ethereum, they just don't have really any listed. You're talking 1% to 3%, some of them less. Like, for example, 10KTF Gucci Grail collection, there are currently only 16 listed on Magic Eden. It's because the whales and the real community members that really love the project know what's coming with the Yuga Labs and the other side metaverse, and how 10KTF plays into that. So I think, yes, while most projects on Ethereum are dead, there are some major blue chip projects that are absolutely going to survive
100%.
and thrive big time.
100%. And especially when liquidity starts flowing and people take their profits and go back to the NFT ecosystem over on Ethereum. Absolutely. 100%. And it's, you know, but you've got the potential now you're going to see the same thing that Cardano's experiencing, where it's just nothing but a group of diamond handers, and there's no one there's no one new, right? You just got the diamond
Well,
handers, and that's it.
Wall Street will come in and want those assets. Maybe not Cardano, but definitely Ethereum, in my opinion. They just have too many partnerships. Like, look at the total value locked of Ethereum itself with all of the L2s and all the side chains. And but I do agree with you 100% that it's great that these other communities and these other blockchains with NFT communities are growing. I love that.
So
and these guys on the panel today.
Let me ask you a conspiracy theory. Here's a conspiracy theory question. I think we might have talked about this a few weeks ago. And then Homestead, I want to get to your hand about the Amazon NFT marketplace. So, you know, a couple NFT collections have taken a strong hit, but think about the Bored Apes, right? Think about the amount of money that OpenSea made on the Bored Ape secondary market. And the Amazon marketplace was set to be massive. They were set to list 15 projects. Nobody knew a fucking thing about what projects they were going to be. They had the tightest NDAs you could possibly imagine in this industry. None of us knew anything about what Amazon was doing. No one could figure anything out, right? And then all of a sudden, poof, gone. But you're seeing a lot of these collections, these premier collections, like go way down in value. What's the potential? Again, this is a conspiracy theory question. What's the potential that this is being force driven down through things that were created? Like Blur was absolutely a travesty for the Bored Apes. Absolutely a travesty. And for NFTs.
Yes, absolutely.
What's that?
I said, hey, I was agreeing with you. Absolutely. That was Blur really ruined Ethereum NFTs in a lot of ways, especially with the big project.
So what if that was done by design? What if this was all created, fabricated by the powers and the money that be to drive some of these collections way down? We're going to put OpenSea out of business during the bear market. A lot of things have changed. We're kind of like the nail was in the coffin, I think, in some story that we read a few weeks ago with OpenSea that you know what I mean? So it's like, all right, now we're going to get through the bear run. Amazon's going to launch its marketplace. People fucking trust Amazon to buy whatever, everything. And so now everybody, including NFT degens, are like, well, shit, yeah, I'll switch over to Amazon, and now they get all that revenue. I know this is a far-out theory, but what do you think?
No, but it's a kind of a
also,
cool one in the sense of like, okay, so Amazon has a history, and every big company that's super successful, they have a history of putting small businesses out of business. So OpenSea as much to us is like, ooh, big business, but to Amazon, it's nothing, right? Tiny. And then Magic Eden also makes the terrible move the other day of doing their whole, like, they're basically switching to OpenSea, like royalties are negotiable, creators can make them zero, blah blah blah, even though Magic Eden swore they would never do that, right? So now immediately a thing like Amazon, like, I'm deep into NFTs, but if Amazon comes out, I trust them more than I trust Magic Eden.
Absolutely. I agree.
I know at some point they're going to try and not like fuck me, but like skim every dollar matters to Amazon. So I know when they do something like OpenSea just did or Magic Eden just did, I get it. Like Amazon has never hidden who they are. They're going to try and keep everything low, and they're going to screw everybody over. And then with the ETH thing you were talking about, it made me think like yes and no. Like, yeah, sure, they've all gone down in price, but also maybe people are starting to realize, like, if I want to give you a hockey card, basically, like, it just looks like a monkey. I want to give you this cool card. Why should I also pay $50 just to transfer it to you?
Right. Well, that's the thing, though, is I look at Ethereum, especially gaming NFTs, like they're the bougie crowd, bougie. So, you know, like, that's the bougie chain for gaming, right? Like, you know, it's like people on there don't mind paying $50 or $100, and it's just a cost of doing business at a certain point. It's, you know, it's like, well, if I want a top blue chip NFT on bougie Ethereum, then I'm going to pay for it. But also, you know, as far as the Amazon thing, the bigger one on top of that is the New York Stock Exchange NFT marketplace. I absolutely, you know, I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist, I guess, but how many conspiracy theories have turned out to be true? But what a coincidence that the SEC went after OpenSea, and then you know, we haven't heard anything about the New York Stock Exchange NFT marketplace in 2 years, even though they filed a patent.
Right.
And by the way, I don't know if a lot of people know this, the first NFT collections with the New York Stock Exchange NFT marketplace, when they launched their own collection, was on Chronos with Crypto.com. So pay attention, everyone, because
Cosmos.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm tying that in with everybody here. And also, by the way, thanks to the panel, these guys know their NFTs. I love what they're saying. Like, NFT communities are absolutely sick here. the NFT communities are way stickier. It's way better organic grassroots marketing than like meme coins, for example, in my opinion. And also, they're just tokens. They're non-fungible tokens. I just view them as the next generation of crypto tokens where they have art on them and they have utility. And that's another thing. I'd like to settle the debate once and for all about right click and save. I'm so tired of hearing that even in the Web3 community. It's like you can't right click and save a JPEG and then go stake it, for example. Listen to the tech that these guys are brilliantly describing that they're developing in this panel right now. You're telling me you're going to right click and save a JPEG and then go stake it or go play it in a game. And
or in the future, like you're not going to right click and save my mortgage.
Yeah, exactly. RWAs, like real estate deeds, that's not going to happen. So, right. And also it's like, and so that's the thing is this whole debate is silly. I look at it like this. It's like you can go to a department store like TJ Maxx or Ross or Hobby Lobby and buy a print of the Mona Lisa. You don't own the Mona Lisa. You can't go, can't take that to a museum and lease it out. Just like NFTs, you can't right click and save and have digital ownership.
That's true. That's true. Most people don't care for now, but at the end of the day, like as things change, when it does become your gym membership, when it becomes your saver card at Publix, when it becomes your travel, your Delta Sky Miles thing, when NFTs replace all of these things in our life, that's when it will start mattering to more people. But you guys are right. We're all right. We're just early. Like we're more passionate about it because we're early. We understand it better than absolutely anybody else on the planet does, you know?
Well, yeah, sorry. One last thing, like the Amazon thing.
Hey, you don't have to apologize, by the way.
Oh, cool. I just don't want to hog the mic, but Amazon has gaming, Web3 games already. They have blockchain brawlers from Wax, which is the OG Web3 gaming chain. That's live right now. You can, I think, so that's already through Amazon Game Store. You can play a Web3 game. It's just not very popular yet, but the guy who created that is a big time inventor of games. I think he, anyway, so all that being said, just pay attention to Amazon, look at their gaming, look at their NFT marketplace. So yeah,
and you brought up Wax too. Wax is really good in itself. Like it has a lot of tooling built into Twitch and everything. So it could be a powerhouse. It's kind of a sleeper that people don't talk about, but it's actually like creators. It's like creators that are in gaming and like make that type of content. Like it's actually one of the best chains, which people don't actually know that too.
Absolutely. I love Wax. I have so many Wax NFTs. But anyway, like IP, remember guys, the big use case for NFTs will be IP, especially when artificial intelligence starts scaling your NFTs. So just wait, that's coming. Look at Parallel AI Wayfinder. Everyone look into that.
There you go.
It's crazy. Dude, Parallel had a avatar make a song live on chain, an AI-based song. Check that out.
All right. Love it. Let's see. We got a couple hands. I don't know who was up here first, but we're going to go backbones first.
I think Homestead's had his hand up forever.
Real quick, you should just like reset the stage. 9:45.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Holy cow. It's 9:45. Holy shit.
Yeah, we got to get to Galactic Syndicate quick.
Oh, wow. Okay,
well, real quick. Extending the shows.
Real quick. I cannot believe we're like flying through the show. This has just been absolutely amazing. Guys, gals, make sure. And holy shit, we got a ton of people on the show. We don't have quite 1,000, so we're not doubling the giveaway, but we got a quarter of that. We got a lot of people watching the live stream and a lot of people listening to the space. Goodness gracious. What a great conversation. This is NFTuesday at Web3 Breakfast. Guys, if you are watching the show, do what you got to do. You're either smashing the like or hitting the heart. Make sure if you are watching on X that you repost it back out. If you're in the space, man, hit the purple pill down at the bottom right, tag some friends, go up into the breakfast table, as we like to call it. We've got a pinned post. It's also the pinned post on the Web3 Breakfast account. We're going to be giving away $200 in Gotti in the next 15 minutes, so very soon. So all my procrastinators, there you go. There's your warning. There'll be one more warning before we go. One more warning before we go. But yeah, let's make sure we repost the space, get some more people in here. If we do somehow get this thing up to 1,000, we got 250 plus the speaker panel in here. If we could somehow do that, or that $200 will give away to 400, and then we'll also burn. Is that burn double that? So we're burning 800. Is that right, M-Kid?
Yeah. Whatever we give away, we're going to double.
Okay.
Every day for
All
the
right.
rest of the month.
We can add to your giveaway. We can contribute 10 syndicate tokens, which is essentially a free mint for the Galactic Syndicate.
Oh, damn.
That's sick.
Boom. Man, hey guys, there's a lot of giveaways happening today.
You send me
Homestead.
your injective address, I'll send it to you, and you can distribute it how you want to.
Okay, cool. All right,
brother. Yep.
Appreciate you, dog. All right, so we'll get some more winners added onto the picker. The first two will be the Gotti, and then the ones below will be for that. Oh, you guys are awesome. Hell yeah. Let's see. Homestead, you've had your hand up for I guess a long time. I didn't realize how long. My bad, fam. Go ahead.
It's okay, no worries. I just had a couple of questions for like JG with Backbone and Syndicate. So
yeah,
on topic. JG, first off, I'm a huge supporter of this like platform, Backbone Labs, and then the Galactic project. The first Galactic project was a great ROI for anyone who got into it. So I did want to mention that for people in the room, right? JG, I've been in DMs with people this week. There seems to be some confusion out there. Like people think Backbone Labs basically owns all these NFT collections. I feel like that's not the case, right? Like these projects are owned by their individual communities and project managers, but Backbone Labs is providing the launch pad and the tooling, right? I kind of want to get that info out there.
Yeah, no, so they are our partners. Like Backbone is in a partnership with these communities, right? So like the mad scientists are our partners as a community. The Galactic Syndicate are our partners, right? So we don't own anything. Whatever you buy is yours. It's just that we are committed to incentivizing these groups through our DeFi products, right? Through our LSTs, which is then part of what makes us an NFTFi protocol, right? So yeah, we don't own anything. If you have Mad Scientists or Galactic, any of these collections, you have the right to do whatever you want with that IP. Like I don't care.
I feel like there's a little bit of a misnomer in the space that like Backbone Labs is just dropping an NFT on every chain, and I don't think that's actually.
Yeah, so we are putting up Apex collections in partnership with groups that have already proven themselves. So for example, let's just use the Mad Scientists and the Galactic Syndicate are our most recent examples. And, we partnered with the Rec Gang to create the Mad Scientist, and we partnered with GMC to make the Galactic Syndicate. So we don't own these things. We are seeking creators that we respect and people that have stood the test of time. And then we are looking to do something together, right?
Yeah,
sounds like in simple terms, it sounds like you are creating a network that is multi-chain so that you can help build a better blockchain future. You've got your own way to say that, but it sounds like anytime that we've got interoperability between, partners that you're building, you are that facilitator that is building that. If that sounds a little bit.
They're doing the collaboration over competition.
Right. I mean, we Backbone is essentially in the Cosmos, and we have aims outside of the Cosmos, but inside the Cosmos, it's very easy to deploy once you have been audited, right? So what we're doing is we've made partnerships with certain chains. We have our next partnerships with Archway, right? So we have a collection with Archway coming out, and that's in collaboration with the creators who created the Kujirans NFT collection from back in the day, right? So we partnered up with them, and they've developed the art and the lore, and so like Backbone doesn't own that. Like so just like when we did the stream, everybody knows how when we did the stream swap, it was a 50-50 split with the project. The Mad Scientist project got 50% of that stream, right? So we are putting up these battle stations. And every time that we do one of these raises, we're leaving 50% of the funds with the collection so that they have the resources to continue to build on that chain, to be a battle station of, again, it's all about education. I hate to say it, the bear market washed a bunch of people out, and the new wave is going to be a bunch of dumb users. They're not going to be power users, and we're going to have to be patient, and we're going to have to educate them, and we're going to have to do a little hand holding. I promise it's going to be super irritating for the first year. When the bull returns, everyone's going to be like, man, haven't we already been over this like 1,000 times? But again, you know what? You made such a good point. You were talking about RWAs and like how much is coming in. Like if we step back even further, there's $900 trillion in old world assets that have yet to be tokenized.
You're talking about derivatives?
Yeah, old world assets. Yeah, $900 trillion of stuff that can be tokenized has yet to figure out how to do it, right? So we are so early, it's crazy because everything will be tokenized. If we fast forward 20 years, every single thing is going to be on some blockchain somewhere because then you can find it at all times and then there's no more waste. That's the other great thing. But that's what's happening. And the scary thing is if they can track everything and that's what gets scary. That's why we need these decentralized networks because then the government will track everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck. Oh, I'm so suspicious of the government, man. Sorry.
Well, we all are, man. They just continue to just disappoint us and lie and do the wrong thing. I'm with you, brother, 100%. Let's go to Waddy and then Neil.
GM, everyone.
Yo, what's up, my guy?
Chilling. No, I was gonna ask Backbone a question. So, what is the demand on your NFTs? Meaning, are there buys, sells, and all of that? And then I'll explain why I ask.
I'm not sure I understood the question. Did anybody else understand exactly what the question was?
Is there is there a market for the NFTs right now? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like are they being bought and sold regularly, kind of thing?
Yeah. So if you go to our Twitter and you click our link tree, you go to our site, backbonelabs.io, and you go to the page called the Necropolis, and that is our NFT marketplace. We have a whole dead theme in case you haven't noticed, but that is because our origins is from the skeleton punks and what's dead may never die. We got rugged. We came back from nothing. Like we don't have any VCs. We are just a team that met in a JPEG group 4 years ago. I've never even had a video call with our other core members. So there's 6 core members in Backbone and we are all anonymous and we don't even know each other. We've only had like voice calls over the last 3.5 years. So
that's cool.
To us, yeah, it's pretty neat. Like, I mean, that's why I love Web3. These relationships, these things these connections that you make, they are real.
That's actually super cool that you've built like this trust without even like knowing these people for real. Because I feel like you need, like, obviously, like even Jay and I, like we know each other. That helps build like a ton of trust. But fun fact on that, I've actually found out that Polygon Labs actually works like that. There is like one person in Polygon that you have to dox to, but otherwise, like Sandeep, if you're just Backbone as your, like, that's what he'll call you. He doesn't care what your name is. They're actually really good at their privacy too. So it's just cool that it's still a thing that people can build these relationships. Because I also feel like a lot of times with projects, seeing faces is good. But shout out to you guys.
It's super important that the anonymous credit score becomes a thing. Somebody's Twitter profile should have enough weight. If you are a good community member and you have 50,000 followers and you're hitting spaces every day and you're networking, that should hold weight. You shouldn't have to use your real name. You should be able to come and launch a collection or do stuff, and that should have value in itself, right? Like I don't need to put my social security number in to fucking let people know who I am to have value, right? Like again, we're redefining value every day in this space, and that's why I love it.
I will say one of the biggest I don't know the word that I would want to use here, but hindrances that I think a lot of NFT communities had is when they shifted that thing. And if you have a blue check mark, you can't just freely change your PFP. That was something that I used to do. I was part of a shitload of NFT communities. Like anytime they were throwing a space, I would just throw that on as my PFP until that changed, right? I think that changed the game for a lot of that when a lot of people said, fuck it, I'm not going to be verified. But me, my face is my brand. I just ended up saying, you know what, I'm going to go with it. I'm not going to do that anymore. And a lot of people made that change as well. I saw that over the bear market, but the whole idea of being able to remain anonymous and still provide value, there is absolute necessity for it. I understand that as long as you are, you see collections, they go to a company called docs.io, right? Where they have docs to that company, or there are other projects and other platforms that do that kind of thing where that person will dox to somebody. So at least somebody knows who they're dealing with. Maybe the general public doesn't, and that's okay. Like that's part of the anonymity is part of one of the beautiful things of what Web3 gives us. That's
what you and I do differently, like for our career choice, for lack of like 100%. Is like we are more like a personality where it makes sense. Like, look at us, this is me and you. These are our faces. Whereas these other people are like, we're running a project. Like, I don't know who the fucking CEO of Hot Wheels is, but like also buys little dinky cars because they're cool, right? Where it's like those people, and like Backbone's talking, like they've built trust in their brand.
Yeah.
Where it's like, who gives a shit who I am? I can die tomorrow and be replaceable, hopefully. Or it's like, you don't need to know who I am. I'm Backbone.
There you go. I agree with you. I concur.
It's also a layer of security.
Neil,
what happens, dude? What happens when you become really famous, though, right? Like, if you're a founder, we watch these founders of blockchains. They're doxxed, fantastic, right? But you know, if you're worth $1 billion, you got a massive target on your back. So I mean, and even if you get into some of these communities, these NFT communities early. I mean, imagine getting into Bored Ape Yachts really early, and all of a sudden, like maybe you minted like 15 of these things for free, right? And now you're a doxed individual, and they know that you have these things. Like that's
it is fair.
I will say
certain risks as you get richer. More money, more problems.
I will tell you. Now, maybe it was because it was like I got to feel the the benefits of it, but it wasn't mine. Is that, you know, when I was in Austin and I was hanging out with Shib, you know, we had a security detail with him all the time. He's a billionaire in crypto, and so, you know, Shib Toshi, everywhere we went, we had the security with us, and so, you know, that's what you deal with when you say you are a public figure in crypto that has, say, $1 billion or a couple $1 billion, right? That's something you've got to deal with. I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel nervous. Like, I felt pretty well protected. That was a pretty big security detail he had, but, you know, that is just, again, that's something you'd have to deal with. I don't know. Anyway.
Champagne problems. Those are called champagne problems, I guess.
Give me those champagne problems. Hey,
real quick.
Oh, I'm so rich.
Real quick.
Oh,
I will see you fuckers. I will
like
see you fuckers at the conferences next year, and I will have those champagne problems. Y'all be hanging out with me. We'll have champagne problems together.
When I went places
problems.
with Jay, though, like, that's
Underworld
like Jay's a
NFT,
fucking
shout out to
celebrity.
them. Just want to give away from yesterday. Appreciate that. Y'all have a good rest of the day.
Appreciate you, Neil.
You've had your hand up that long for that? Just that, Neil? Give me a break. Just jump in and say that.
We love you, Neil.
Waddy did have a follow-up question to his original question.
Yeah, go for it, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Mr. Dude. No, so basically the reason why I ask is like I wasn't sure if it was already on buy and sell. And the reason why I ask is because I actually like what I heard as far as what you guys got going on. But one of the problems that I have found myself in is that I have an NFT that's supposedly worth 10 ETH, right? But it's just in my wallet and nobody's buying it. So that's the reason why I ask if there's any demand
liquidity.
on your
You're
end.
asking about liquidity. Is there liquidity?
Yes.
You got to walk that price down, big dog. That's the thing.
Kind of like an art curator, right? Like, sometimes you need the middleman. Like, you could actually own the Mona Lisa, but if there's no one buying it, it's not worth $100 million, right? That's just its value until you have a buyer. So you got to find someone to find you someone.
Hey, here,
Or like what we did
it's a lesson.
with one of our collections.
It's a lesson in crypto
we
right here.
DMC back value.
100%. Here's a lesson in crypto. I spent 15 Ethereum on my Mutant. I sold it for 2. I took the loss, but I put it into crypto, and we're going to come out more. We're going to come out ahead. So, hey, that's a great time for me to remind you guys. We're about to pick that winner. I'm going to go grab the link for the post now. So you're on borrowed time. Y'all know that. We're about to pick this.
Can
winner.
I just say speaking of liquidity real quick, the M2 money supply is expanding, which means liquidity is coming, friends. We're close.
That's awesome.
Man, that
I just got to get this. Can I please just apologize to Galactic Syndicate for dragging them onto the show and then not giving them a single fucking moment to talk about the project?
He talked.
Well, I mean, I talked over.
I'm loving it, bro.
Pretty much.
You're good. I'm loving it.
Hey, feel free. Like, I'm gonna
good.
I'm gonna get these winners.
Usually I'm the one who's talking too much. So this is great.
All right, so we're gonna get these winners picked.
All right,
let's do Carrie. Carrie, how about you? I would like for you to pick the winners of the coins that are going to be given away. So you do that. You look through the crowd. You pick those out, and you send those winners to me. Just send me some screenshots, and then we'll deal with that in the background. And then, because what I don't want to do is add those to this picker because it wasn't on there and it wouldn't make sense. And so let's just make sure that you and I talk in the background, but you pick those winners while I pick these. Does that work?
Okay. Well, how about this? Anybody who's actually legitimately interested in the project and wants a SIN token to start, to chip away towards getting an NFT, hit me up in the DMs. My DMs are open right now. So, like the first 10 people in there, basically, booyah.
Love that. That's the way to do that. And then I'll also hit you up in the background. We'll make all that happen. Appreciate you, Carrie, for setting that up. There you go. If that's something that you want to be a part of, you got, man, borrowed time as well. Let's see.
All right, Jay. While you load up that tweet, Doomer, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, guys? I've been trying to get up here. First off, we need to clear the elephant in the room here real quick. I'm going to take it off subject. Dick Fairy came, and nobody's acknowledged that, and I thought that was pretty funny.
What came?
Man,
Thank you, dude.
Sorry.
Thank you for the
Dude's
dick.
looking for his flowers because the other day he sent us all a bunch of dicks.
I've been waiting to talk about that for a long time. Work's getting busy. But yeah, Jay, like I sent you a whole bunch of stuff. You didn't even acknowledge it. Anything like that, man. I said to everybody else, the NFT's free dicks. Free dicks for all.
Here's the deal.
Everybody was like, oh man, thank you, man. Have another.
I'm sorry. Here's the deal. I didn't know. Carrie said that he was sending me something. I checked it. I didn't know that it's something that I had to go into the browser to go see again. I just figured it would show up in the app. So excuse my naivete on this particular blockchain. I thought that the NFTs would show. I didn't know that I had to go into the actual browser. I will go look at them and I will acknowledge you, bro. I am so sorry. I just didn't even know.
For real though, I was like, okay, dude, I gotta go into these browsers just to look at these. I'm like, what the fuck? How do I find this? He's like, you got to go to this site. Blah, blah, blah. I was like,
how would I know?
Find that there's 2 dicks in there. And then now I know how ladies feel. Where it's like, of course I'm not going to acknowledge the dick pics you're sending me, bro.
Hey, we really do need to work on I think the Leap wallet. If you guys try the Leap wallet, you can view some of your NFTs inside the actual wallet. I'm not absolutely sure because I don't use Leap. I just use Kepler and fucking go into the Stargaze site. But it is weird though. It's a weird thing. You're right, dude. It's odd that you have to go onto the Stargaze website to actually see your.
To send him their Stars wallet address, he will send you a beautiful dick.
Yes, I will. Yes, no, I'm being dead serious.
Wonderful.
Let's have a starter's address. Send me, and then yeah.
This guy's got dick for days. He got dick for days. He got
Those guys got dick for days. All right, great. I love that. I love that, Gringo. Fantastic support there of the project. Appreciate you guys for being here. Remember, it's all about being consistent, no matter.
That's a bad one. That's a bad one.
That was absolutely terrible timing. And on that, we're just going to end it. You guys
we'll be looking for a new co-host.
Yeah.
You guys are funny. All right, that's it. Adios. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao.